Wow, what a crazy start of 2024 for Bitcoin. From making history with the approval of the first spot ETF to experiencing a surge in capital influx, Bitcoin is rewriting its own records. Just a month and a half later, it has reached a new all-time high of $72,000 before the halving, an event that has never occurred before. So we are left wondering, is the traditional Bitcoin cycle broken? And what does this mean for investors and the future price of Bitcoin? For those new to the concept, the Bitcoin halving is an event that occurs approximately every 4 years, halving the reward for mining new blocks. This means miners receive 50% less Bitcoin for verifying transactions. Designed to mimic the scarcity and inflation control of precious metals like gold, this mechanism caps the total Bitcoin supply at 21 million. Currently, 900 Bitcoins are mined daily, but in about 34 days or so, this number will halve to 450. By reducing the rate at which new Bitcoins are generated, halving events aim to prevent inflation and contribute to Bitcoin's value over time. Historically, these events have preceded significant bull runs, propelling Bitcoins to new all-time highs. Now, as we approach the 2024 halving, something unprecedented has happened. Bitcoin has surged to its previous all-time high price. The big question on everyone's mind is whether the traditional Bitcoin cycle is broken or not. Bitcoin's early surge is a clear indicator of its growing acceptance and maturity as an asset class. Banks and institutions can no longer ignore it. They must acknowledge this new asset class and possibly allocate a portion of their capital to it. This isn't just about scarcity. It's about increasing demand in the face of upcoming scarcity. While some may argue that the cycle is broken, I believe we're witnessing an evolution in the market dynamics. Given the current global economic uncertainties, including wars, inflation, and speculation about whether the Fed will cut interest rates, it's understandable why many investors are turning to Bitcoin. With its fixed supply and deflationary mechanism, Bitcoin presents a compelling option. Factors like institutional investment are influencing the market more significantly than ever before. What is certain is that it's uncharted territory for Bitcoin. Breaking the cycle could mean we are entering a new era of price discovery and volatility leading up to the halving. So, what does this mean for investors and the future of Bitcoin? The anticipation of the halving could continue to drive speculative interest, potentially pushing prices even higher. But is it just speculation? Or could this be the start of a great period for Bitcoin, where it grows more and becomes more and more stable? Let's look at the facts. We know that about 70% of wallets haven't moved in over a year, and it's safe to assume that the people who recently bought at around 60K range are not likely to sell until they see some significant profit. However, we must remember that despite the bullish signs, there has always been a pre-halving downturn in the past. Typically in previous cycles, we've seen an all-time high about 6 months after the halving, along with a 20 to 30% retracement just before the halving. So, we'll see in the coming weeks if history is repeating itself or if we are in a completely new cycle for Bitcoin. Let me know in the comments if you believe that Bitcoin will experience the usual price drop before the halving, or if because of recent influx of capital, Bitcoin will hold steady and continue reaching new all-time highs. Meanwhile, this early price surge has altered strategies and expectations of some miners for the upcoming halving. Miners are now recalibrating their operations considering the increased profitability of mining Bitcoin before the reward reduction. Some miners are now holding into their newly mined Bitcoin instead of selling it to cover their operating costs. If more miners take this approach before the halving, then the price could continue to rise. So, is the Bitcoin cycle broken? Only time will tell. But one thing is clear, the cryptocurrency landscape is evolving. As we approach the 2024 halving, all eyes will be on Bitcoin to see if it can maintain its unprecedented momentum. The journey ahead is going to be thrilling for both seasoned investors and newcomers to the space. Remember that none of this video is financial advice. However, if you're passionate about financial independence like me, Not having any exposure to Bitcoin in 2024 seems unthinkable. If you find this video interesting, make sure to subscribe and click the like button.